To take further the compenetration and synchronicity that both our oracles are having today, what can you tell us, Arshin, about an emerging phenomenon in the realm of the rain?
Thank you. It is quite incredible, Nandita. I think you are my soulmate. Finally, I found you. Undoubtedly, there is a lot of congruence, and it's fascinating. No one could have written it better than this. But that's we could have go on tour, I think, but that's probably for later. Anyhow, this is my last set of images, and you may have gathered. I tried to rescue the rule from the outset, and probably even all evil creatures and human beings from a one-dimensional depiction as kind of thoroughly evil. And I would try to continue, and even, in response to the wonderfully detailed analysis of Nandita, to look at the other side of the spectrum. We started out with it when we talked about like forms of governance. It could be benevolent and rain, and but what can we do, like to resist? Is there the option to do something about this terribly oppressive world that Nandita so rightly set out? So starting with our ghoul again, and his or her DNA. So first of all, he's or she is a humanoid who could easily transmute, obviously, in that techno society of ours, into a cyborg. Right? There's just one step away. We already have people like Kevin Warwick who have neural interfaces who can control things, from their arm and remote areas of the world. So this hybridization that Nandita talked about is already happening. So we already have cyborgs, and they're in one way or another very much related to our ghoul. So as a cyborg, the ghoul continues to be like the chimeras of the past, modulated creatures with some human characteristics that merge with biomimetic technology. As such, the ghoul as cyborg, as other, creates an interregnum. So a space between the two regnums, right? Creates an interregnum from the present to the future. So I was interested in that space between, right? What happens between the regnum, and how can we extend that space? I love that space. I would like to dwell in it as far and as often as possible. So here the ghoul collates the traumas of marginalization, which led him to become the ultimate fallen creature. He cleanses himself by delving into the opportunities that our techno society affords him. Unlike the tragic and sad creature in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, the future cyborg ghoul finds fellow wayfarers, a whole host of bandits and outsiders who show hostility to restrictive social values and to arbitrary rule. This interregnum forms the basis for social alliances that are both trans-spatial and transhuman, as the cyborg ghoul becomes the déclassé of the future. So the ghoul as opportunity, if you like, and not as the ultimate enemy. So I will end with a set of questions building on that, alliance with the cyborg ghoul, if you like, and with the romantic cyborg ghoul on the left-hand side. So is the continued fascination with mythical monsters not also the celebration of deviance as a way of life? Doesn't it inform the identification with Bohemia, with tribal cultures, the search for the exotic and the irrational, for mystical, hallucinatory, and other modes of seeking to transcend the quotidian, the mundane, the everyday, and the routine? Part of what we're doing at the Future Studies program as well, maybe a manifestation of that urge, if you like. And does it not inform identification with all kinds of alternative, underground, deviant, and minority social groups, and deviant subcultures, deviant, of course, in quotation marks? One thing is for sure: for every giant system that attempts to rein us in, there will be an equally powerful ghoul that questions that authority to rule over our lives. As such, the ghoul could be enemy or friend. This choice is still ours. So on that positive note, I would like to end it.